There was a video I was watching maybe a year ago where the guy was talking about someone who visited Hugh Hefner. You know, the guy who died recently in his early 90s. Lived a full life. He was always with young women. Very, very wealthy. He built up an empire around the Playboy network, the Playboy magazine, which he, I guess, developed in the 60s. But basically, the story was where the guy was sitting at a party at the Playboy Mansion, and he said to Hugh Hefner, he turns there, he's in his late 20s, and he turns to Hugh Hefner and he says, "Hey, Hugh, what can you tell me? I'm a guy in my 20s, I run a $500 million business, I have a beautiful wife, I have a few children, I have everything. What can you tell a man that has everything?" And Hugh Hefner turns to him and simply says, "Control your environment." So, what does that mean? To control your environment. What does it mean? Someone told me something else. He was a philosophy professor. And he said, if something's bothering you, why don't you take a look around? Look around and maybe you'll find the answer. So, what I gathered from that is if something is bothering you or you perceive that it's bothering you, you need to eliminate it. Get rid of it. Get it out of your environment. I don't know, it could be nutrition, it could be diet, it could be horrible indoctrinating thoughts, right, which cause massive cognitive dissonance, you know, TV, media, videos you watch on YouTube or wherever, or movies. You know, if you're watching movies and you see things that don't make sense, it does weigh on you. It does cause all kinds of conflict. I understand it's fiction, but it weighs on you. Hanging around with people that tell you things, you know, that conflict with your reality. You need to minimize contact. That's where this whole concept of minimizing contact or going no contact. When people make you sick, you need to minimize contact or you need to, unfortunately, stay away from them. So that's what controlling your environment is on the most basic level. If you can't control all these negative things, like also you're sleeping. Like if you notice we do have biorhythms. I mean, I'm not going to tell you exactly when to go to sleep and when to wake up. And there's a lot of videos here on YouTube that discuss the subject. But you have to find out what pattern works for you. Where you're getting the most sleep. If you allow your pets in your bed, that does affect your sleeping, right? What time you go to sleep, what time do you wake up, right? If you're working and the schedule conflicts with on the day off, you sleep late, that affects your rhythms. So this is the basic foundation, is eating a diet. If it makes you sick, upsets your stomach, right? Upsets your flow, then you need to get rid of it. That's going to affect you. Also, your sleeping. If it affects your sleeping, right? You're drinking too much caffeine, if it does affect you, you're eating the wrong types of food, you're going to sleep at the wrong time. Right? If you're dealing with subject matter, either the media or people you're with, and they make you very upset, that's going to affect your sleep. So all of these things are the basic foundation of controlling your environment. And then, if you have a goal, you want a goal. I believe all of us want to be a better version of ourselves. So you need to surround yourself with people that are conducive to that goal or provide a good foundation. And unfortunately, there's a lot of people who are toxic, that bring you down, that make you sick, that cause a lot of cognitive dissonance. And unfortunately, again, we're going to repeat it over and over again through our videos, is that you have to minimize contact, or you have to just, if you have the ability, just stay away from people that make you sick or put you in danger, that cross boundaries, that put you and everyone around you in danger. So that's a general overview of controlling your environment. If something makes you sick, then look around. You might find the answer. And if you do, play around and try to eliminate or minimize things that make you sick. You want to have the most amount of energy. And if you're already sick, you have physical disabilities or physical limitations, then again, your body has a limited ability to deal with stress. So you got to carefully you regulate what you allow into your realm, into your, bubble. Be very, very careful. And then, depending on your goals and what where you want to go in life, you need to surround yourself with people that are going somewhere. So look at the people around you. Look at your friends. Look at your family. Are they supporting you and pushing you and motivating you and bringing joy and stability and direction to where you're going? And if they're not, again, it's not necessarily that they're bad. It's just that you're incompatible. But at the same time, you have to handpick people and put them in your life that will hopefully delicately, but also a little bit push you towards your goals. Anyway, that's controlling your environment in a nutshell.